Okay, good morning. Last session I given you an exercise. Many people submitted. Were you able to do it, everything? Right. I saw some examples you designed. Many people done very good, but some people's images alignments are still having problem. You have to try them. Width of image, height of image, center alignments. These all missing in some examples. I saw all of your screenshots and examples, and others who haven't tried, you try, because practically when you are perfect, then only you can handle this technology. So you need more practice, more exercises you need to do, and some more examples and exercises we will design, we will learn about them. And yesterday's example was about working with the images. One more option here after understanding and working with images. Now we are going to deal with very important concept, that is links in HTML. Very important links in HTML. What are links and how to handle them? With these links, we can design more better navigations and all. Actually, what is a link? Means how we can handle the link and how we can work with the links. Technically, link is clickable text, picture, or graphic. Link is clickable text, picture, or graphic that navigates the user, to any location when clicked. That navigates the user to any location when clicked. Technically, link is clickable text, clickable picture, or clickable graphic. So actually text, picture, graphics are not clickable. Text, picture, graphics, they are selectable. If you can make them clickable, then they can navigate from one location to another. For example, suppose you are having this MS Word itself here. When I go to help here, and in this help documentation, you can see in this help documentation, all of the contents are plain text. All of the contents are plain text. This is all plain text. That is all plain text. That is selectable text. But you see, this is clickable text. That is clickable text. Now, when I move the mouse onto it and click on it, it will invoke some terms and it will display. Generally, link have a lot of work. So it can open any file, it can navigate you to any location. So text is clickable, picture is clickable, graphics are clickable, then we call them as links. And very important is, if these links are working, suppose you see any website. When you look any website, some Amazon, and you can see in this website, some pictures are present, and you can see I can click on those pictures. We can click on picture. So text is clickable, pictures are clickable, graphics are clickable. And when you click it, it will navigate you to that particular location. So technically, link is clickable text, picture, or graphic that navigates the user to any location. And very important is links on web. Links on web are known as hyperlinks. They are known as hyperlinks. You know the meaning of the word hyper. Already we discussed that, right? Generally, when you see a link, you just saw in a Word notepad, I showed you a link. That is not a hyperlink. That is not a hyperlink. So that is just called as a link. Hyperlinks you will see very regularly when you are working with web, internet. On websites, whatever you see, they are hyperlinks. So generally in Windows and everywhere, wherever you see, they can be called as just links. They are called as links. So hyperlink allows navigation from one location to another location. So that is technically hyperlink. And actually hyperlinks, hyperlinks are classified into two types. Hyperlinks are classified into two types. They are classified into two types. Hyperlinks are classified into two types. One is intra-document links. And second, inter-document links. Links are two types, categorized into two groups, intra-document and inter-document. Intra-document links means they handle navigation from one location to another location within the same page, within the page. In a page, navigation from one location to another. We call them as intra-document links. So first, intra-document links. Intra-document links means a hyperlink that navigates from one location to another. From one location to another within the same page. From one location to another within the same page. We call it as intra-document. Intra-document links, that means a hyperlink that navigates from one location to another within the same page. Navigation within the page we call as intra-document. And technically, hyperlink is created by using anchor element that uses a tag. Element name is anchor, tag name is a. Anchor element, and anchor element have a tag a. Hyperlink is created by using anchor element. So that is the tag. Now how intra-document links work? Links have a lot of attributes. We will learn about those attributes. And one important attribute you have to know is link uses href attribute that sets the target URL. You remembered already I told you the difference between SRC and href. SRC is a getter. It gets the path. And href is a setter. It sets the path. The difference I told you why href, why SRC is used. You can see that clear difference now. Here you can observe that. I will show you. So let's see how to create and how to work with these intra-document links. Generally, as per the website standards, remember one point, every website should have a proper navigation mechanism. That means these days we can make money with websites. So website is yours. You have your own website, and with your website you can monetize. That means if you have good information in your website, many people are visiting regularly your website, then Google puts advertisements on your website, and for that they pay you. So it's a very good amount of money they pay according to number of views, number of subscribes, number of hits and all. So technically certifying from Google people, that means Google people will verify your website first before placing advertisements. A 3-level review happens. That means their technical team will review your website 3 times. 3 levels will happen. Getting certified from Google people is not easy job. That means everybody will have website, but it's not easy to get certified from the Google people saying that, okay, your website is good, we will put advertisements in it. Because we have to follow lot of standards and design. If you miss anything, I already told you, if you copied some paragraph from other website and kept in that, then Google says, I can't certify you. So in the Google standard rules, they mention some rules. Those rules reference I will show you in the various levels. Next levels I will show you. In those rules, they will mention the first point that every website must have a proper navigation mechanism. So it is a very common concept. For example, you might have not observed, suppose generally every website will have a concept called site map, which is very important. Every developer who develops a website for anybody, he must design a site map. Some websites are missing with these site maps, then they are not professionally great. So okay, website is there, but they are not professionally great if they don't have a site map. Site map is something every website must have so that it helps the user to access everything from one place. That means you can know about what the website is providing. Everything you can know from one place. That is what we call a site map. You might not have observed about it, but see, suppose I am showing you some website like some Inox movies. This is Inox movies. In this, when I look here, lot of categories are there. You can see lot of categories are there. Home, cinemas, schedules, promotions. In that again, subcategories are present. Now, for a general user, it is very difficult to understand how many categories options they are providing. You observe carefully. When I scroll down at the bottom, you can see that at the bottom of this website, you can see there will be an option called site map. They will give an option called site map. They will provide that option called site map. You can see, let me zoom that. Yeah. You can see there is an option site map. It's very rare that you observe it or you know about it until or unless you are a professional web developer, right? And this site map is very professional for websites. You may come with a point like in that website, there is no site map. We don't care about them. People who don't follow standards, we don't care and we don't need to talk about them. It's useless to talk about those websites who don't follow the standards. And it may be a great big website, but it is not following the standards. We don't care about that. So the point here is, what is the reason about this site map? See, when I click on that site map, it will give you all the information. That means this is the site map. And they will say that in our home, we have home, movie, theater nearby, show timings, and all the categories and subcategories. Every information is present in here. And from there, you can go to any topic you want. That means whatever the topics provided by this website, everything is present at one place. So as per Google standards, it says that your website should provide a good site map so that user can navigate to any location easily. So navigation plays the key role. And for navigation, we have to use hyperlinks. So hyperlinks are used for configuring the navigation in website so that user can easily reach the topic. Now there are two, as I told you, inter-document, inter-document. Why we need inter-document? Let's see. How to design inter-document links. Let's see one example. How we can create intra-document links. Why we need that intra-document links? First, I am creating a new page. So some intra-document links.html. And let's design some page, doc type HTML, head and the title. So intra-document links. And in the body section, I am creating some contents. Let's copy and paste some paragraphs of information. Later we can put proper navigation here. Yep. Let's copy some paragraph. And here for every paragraph, I will keep a heading here. This is some HTML tutorial. Okay. And some paragraphs of information here. Now similarly, or I will just give here, suppose we are designing a shopping website, some I defined here as some electronics. So this is some home, okay. After this, some paragraphs of information. And here I will define another heading, some electronics. Okay, and another heading, some footwear, and some more paragraphs, and another heading, some fashion. Okay, now some paragraphs information. Now this looks in this way. So we have a lot of topics and paragraphs information in the page defined. Now you can see when your user is watching this website. So when user is watching this website, it's not convenient in understanding what topics this website is having. It is not convenient to reach to any topic we want. You can see some topics are provided here. Until I scroll down, I don't know what are the topics available. Second, I don't know how much I need to scroll to reach any particular topic. So you have a lot of topics information here. And until we scroll down, we don't know what are the topics available. What are the topics here? You can put reasonable pictures. So here I will keep reasonable pictures. So we have image source, and from assets, some we have like speaker.jpg, some width, so 100 and height 100. Okay. And similarly, multiple images. So here I defined some shoe.jpg. And here I defined some shirt.jpg like this. Now you can see some images are also present here. Some images we kept related to various topics. Now the first point, as a professional web designing, we should give the list of all the topics available in our website so user can see what topics are there. So we will do one thing. I will design here. I will design this entire content because we learned how to distribute into columns. I will remove that. Here I will create a div and put a class as a container. You can use a class, or we learned about ID. ID I will give as a container. After that, in that we have one div. This ID is left panel. And another div, the ID is right panel. Okay, in the right panel, I kept all this content. Now it looks normal because we are configuring general div only. Now what we will do is we will distribute this into two columns. So we will use a style. In the style, hash container. In container, we will put display as what? Grid. And grid template columns, 3 fractions left side and 9 fractions right side. Now you can see that divides in this way. So we have left and right panel configured here. Now what we have to do is, so here in the left panel, I am creating an unordered list. We have a list item, say home, another list item, electronics. So list item, some footwear, and list item, some fashion. And these are all the topics in the left panel. You can see these are the topics in left panel. Now, very important here, both are present on same page. Let's do one more concept here. Actually, when I am scrolling, you can see that this left panel is also scrolling. But we don't want this left panel to scroll. Only this right panel should scroll. Only that right panel should move up and down. Then what we have to do is, let's add style here, hash, right panel. This is right panel div ID. For this right panel, because left panel, right panel, both height are same. So that means they will scroll up to end. Right panel, I will give height as some 500 pixels. Right panel height is 500 pixels. Then see what happens. So 500 pixels is there, but it doesn't show any difference. After giving 500 pixels to this right panel, that is right panel available, what we will do is, any content more than 500 pixels, then we will write here overflow. Overflow as auto. Overflow means you have height 500 pixel, but content is more than 500 pixel. If height is 500 pixel and the content is more than 500 pixel, content is overflowing. Now if I say overflow, have options like hidden. If I say overflow hidden, what will happen is extra content will hide. You see now, overflow hidden, you see extra content is hidden. That means up to 500 pixels only it can show, rest of content hide. We should not hide. So what we will do is, we can put scroll. That means overflowing content should scroll. Then you see, now what happens is, now it can scroll, overflow content can scroll. Now the left panel is stick to that location and right panel you can scroll. Right panel we can scroll. But when you give scroll, another problem will come is, when you adjust the page width, then horizontal scroll bar also will come. We don't want horizontal scroll bar, we want only vertical scroll bar. That is the reason better use auto. Auto means it will get only the scroll bar that is needed for that situation. Auto will give only the scroll bar that is needed for situation. If you need for vertical scrolling, vertical scroll bar. If you need for horizontal scrolling, horizontal scroll bar, depending on width and depending on the content. Now better give auto, it will be fine. Now here, one concept is, you kept a proper screen that user can understand that this website contains home, electronics, footwear, fashion and all. But how to reach to that topic? In order to reach to that topic, so we want this menu clickable. So we want that clickable, home clickable, electronics clickable. And when they click, that electronics topic should open, that home topic should open. Where is that topic present? In the same page or in some another page? In the same page. That is why these are called intra-document links. Intra-document links means navigation within the same page. See, here what we are doing now is left side. In order to navigate to any location, first home, this is a heading. We given by using H2 tag, and electronics is also heading H2. All are given by H2. Then how to identify them? So that means all are headings only, same level headings only. Then there is no identification for that. So I will give here ID for this as home, and electronics ID as electronics, and footwear ID as footwear, and fashion ID as fashion, ID as fashion. Like this I am defining. Now you can see after giving ID, visually there is no difference. Everything looks normal. Everything looks as usual. But when you have IDs defined for any element in the page, what you can do is observe here. In the URL, you can see this is the URL. In the URL, after the page name, you can click there. After the page name, you can click there, and you can put the reference of ID. How to refer the IDs? IDs are referred by using hash. IDs are referred by using hash. Hash, what is the topic ID? Electronics, footwear, fashion. Suppose I written fashion. Fashion is the ID reference. Now hit enter and see, automatically the page scrolls to that location. I am not using any links. By default, ID have that ability. That means you give ID to any element in the page, and you can take the user to that particular location. He can request that with hash ID. But how user knows which ID is present? User don't know what IDs you given, and he is not convenient in typing this hash and all. Then what we do is we will give this work of setting that ID in the URL to a link. Currently, we are doing this manually. Manually, you are setting the ID in URL. Now, this setting ID in URL can be managed by hyperlinks. Hyperlink can do that. That means we will give this work of setting ID in URL to hyperlinks. How to do? Very simple. Initially, this is the home. What we have to do now? We want this home as clickable link. Then we have to write an anchor element. We have to write an anchor element. What should be the anchor text? Anchor text is home. Inside that anchor, you can keep anything here. You can put a text, you can put a picture, you can put a graphic, anything you can put here. Currently, we are placing only text. Only text. Okay. Similarly, second hyperlink, second one, anchor, electronics. All these we will configure as links. We are enclosing all these words in anchor. But what this anchor, first anchor should do? That first anchor should set URL. Am I right? It should set ID in the URL. For that, we need SRC. SRC is getter or setter? SRC is getter. It will not set, it will get the path. Who will set the path? Href. What to set in the URL? In the URL, it should set, you just saw, hash. What is that? It has to set home. That means now when you click on this home word, it will set that in the URL, and you saw what will happen when it is set in URL. If it is set in URL, what will happen? If it is set in URL, automatically it will scroll to that location. Scroll to that location. That's it. Now we have to do the same for others. Href is equal to hash. What? Electron. I already told you so many times, like all these IDs are case sensitive. Capitalization matters. How you given the ID in the page, the same way you have to refer them, right? And here it is footwear. And next it is fashion. Order doesn't matters. That means you have one link above, one link below. It doesn't matter. The name reference is important. So another one, hash, fashion, like this. Now you see the URL set is ready, and you see it will be like this now. Now when I click on electronics, then it will take to electronics. When I click on footwear, it will take to footwear. And from footwear, if you want, you can scroll up and down. And from any location, if you want fashion, it will take you to that fashion. And click on home, then it will get back to the home. That means we can navigate to any location within the page. So that makes the browsing easy for the clients. That means without the hyperlink also, user can navigate to that location if he knows the ID. If he knows the ID, he can hit the ID directly from the URL. But nobody knows what IDs are given and what references are configured in your page. So that is the reason we need to create the links. So how you configure? Remember, don't think that intra-document link means only text clickable or only for heading we can navigate. It can be to anything inside the page. For example, see, inside the page somewhere, inside this page somewhere, after few paragraphs, I am giving a simple unordered list, or I am giving ordered list. And here I am giving a heading inside this order list, or simply I will say a offers. And here I will keep list item. And I said some 70% off on some casuals, and some 30% off on some sneakers like that, or say sportswear. Okay, like this we are defining. Now this ordered list having an ID called offers. Now what happens here is, in the page, somewhere in the page and somewhere in this first paragraph, I am placing a span because I want to separate that from the paragraph. And here I will say great offers on footwear, something like this I given. And I want this offers word clickable. Then I will keep that in anchor, and it should go to href. Href is equal to hash. What is that ID? Offers. That means this time I am not referring to a heading, I am referring to an ordered list. You can refer an ordered list, you can refer an image, you can refer a div, you can refer a span, anything can be referred. Any element can be given with ID, and you can take the user to that ID. So now you see here, it looks in this way. Now you see in the first paragraph, you have an option, great offers on footwear. For example, just for visual sake, I will put span. In the span, some color, so green, some green color I given, and you can see it looks green. Now very important is I click on this offers word, it will take me to that location. It will take to that ordered list where you have mentioned those offers. That means you can navigate the user from any location to any location. Only you need a reference. It's not only headings. Here what I have done, I give an ID for heading. So not only ID for heading, you can have ID for any element and you can navigate to that particular location. For example, suppose I am adding here another element to put pictures. I am using here a figure. And you already learned I will use an image here as asset some shirt like this. And here I defined some width is 200 and height also 200. You see here figure is having a fig caption. And fig caption is having like some shirt. And see for this figure I am giving an ID, fig caption ID. ID as some shirt, any ID you can give. And I want to navigate to that location from anywhere. Then wherever you want to configure that, just what you have to do is, so here I will put another option. So I will put here, yeah, right, on footwear and fashion. I will put an anchor here, fashion. And here I will take here to href is equal to hash shirt. And you can see that this time I am not referring a heading or order list. I am referring a picture. Then I click on that fashion. Directly it navigates to that location and it will display. We have to keep a picture there. That means we need to configure a picture there. Let's see. So here we are using a picture. Yeah. That width and height of picture, is there anything wrong? What is wrong here? Picture. Okay, fine. We haven't saved it, huh? Right. Now when I click on this now fashion, it should take us to that location, and in that location you have that. So better to keep it top. I can keep this figure caption at the top. That will be good for navigation, right? Now, when I take the user to that location, scroll up, that is the home page, and I click on fashion, it will take to that location. With navigation where you want to keep caption top, caption bottom, it will take to that particular location. This is intra-document navigation. So in that, two options are there. So to define intra-document links, step one, first step, define ID for any element in page. That means suppose we have a heading, ID is some footwear like this. Or we have an order list, ID is like some offers. Or we have a fig caption, some ID is some shirt, something like this. Like this, you have to define ID. First step, you have to define ID for element in the page. So which element you want to refer. Now, second step, step 2. After that, you can refer ID by using anchor element. That is A. That means anchor href is equal to hash footwear. So some footwear like this. So similarly, same others. Hash offers. That is just a simple mechanism. That example I will upload into Classroom, so that what we have designed, it is already there in the notes also, already in hyperlinks concept. That example is available, already it is available, but still I will upload this example that we have seen today here in class. So this is configuring intra-document navigation from one location to another. Here so many points are there. Links related, so many issues will come. Links related, so many topics you need to understand, which we will see now. Intra document, it is working fine now. It's simple and it is working fine. That means we have a good navigation here. We are navigating the user from one location to another location easily. Now, one problem comes sometimes is when we are designing intra-document links, we don't have much content to scroll. Sometimes we will not have much content to scroll. Then even you click on a link, it will not show anything changing or it will not show anything scrolling. This issue comes when you have topics which are not more than screen. That issue will come. Let's see. So for that, I will design here another document. So let's create another document. So intralinks. Okay. And in this document, let's create some topic, head, title, and intra links. Okay. In the body section, I am designing here a div, and this div ID is topic. That is the ID topic. And here in this div, we have a heading, so HTML. And here we have some paragraph. It is a markup language. Now similarly, we have another option, that is some CSS. So, and here I configured it defines styles for HTML. Just only one line or one paragraph of information we are having here. And one more topic here is some JavaScript. So here we say it is a language for handling client interactions. Okay. Now you can see here, so in this page, we have the topics like this. These are the topics. Now you don't have much information to scroll up and down. Everything is kept in the same page and not even scrollable also. For example, now what I will do is here, we will configure. So one simple point, I will give ID for this block as HTML, as CSS, as JavaScript. You can do one more work now. Later in CSS detail you will learn. I cannot give one more ID. There can be only one ID for every element. So what you do is, if you want uniqueness, then give IDs. If you want common, then use class. So here, instead of using ID, you use class. That means same class we are giving for all of them. Okay, class. Now first one will have an ID HTML. Second one will have an ID as CSS. Third one will have an ID as JS, some JavaScript. So that now this div can be referred with HTML, second div can be referred with CSS, and third div with JS, and all divs are referred with one common class called topic. Now what we can do is, when you are applying styles, to access ID, you have to use hash. To access class, you have to use dot. Dot is used for class names. So class, what is the class for all of them? Topic. Topic is the class for all of them. Now what I am doing here, I am giving border as 2 pixel, solid, and some black. Okay. and padding as some 20 pixel padding. Okay. Some background color, some gray, fine. Text color I will give as white. Okay. And text alignment, everything center and all. Now we can give margin bottom as 20 pixel. Now you can see that every topic is in this way. Every topic is configured in this way. That means we have every topic defined in this way. Now you see, I will remove the background color and color. Okay, let's keep this normal. Now we have HTML, we have CSS, we have JavaScript, these three topics. Now what happens is, we need to put a navigation for that at the top. Now at the top, I will add another div. And here I am writing the navigation. I will give an ordered list or unordered list. In that list item, first one is HTML. Okay. Second one is CSS. And third one is JavaScript. All we defined as anchors. And you can see that unordered list is like this. And you know already you can keep unordered list side by side. So for that, what we will do, unordered list, first list style as list style none. That means symbol will be removed. After that, display we will give as flex. After that, every list item font size I will give as 20 pixel, and every list item margin right margin will be some 30 pixel. Now you can see these topics names are displayed like this. So we have HTML, CSS, JavaScript topic names at the top. Now what I am doing here is, when user clicks on HTML href, it should go to hash which topic? HTML. Similarly, CSS should go to which topic? CSS. JavaScript should go to which topic? JS. These are the IDs given for those divs. Now see here, when I am clicking on CSS. So you see in the URL, you can observe in the URL, CSS is set. In the URL, CSS is set, but you can't see any difference. That means you can't scroll to that location because there is nothing to scroll. Now, generally, even when you are practicing this kind of links and all, you will come with a complaint, links not working. Right? Links are working, but you don't have proper content to scroll. That means they are working, but you don't have content to scroll. Then why they scroll up? They will not scroll up. Now this situation comes very regularly. Then how to tell the user that his link click working and he is currently in CSS topic? Currently he is in CSS topic. Already URL changed there. But it is not showing that visually. That's the reason he is confused whether that is working or not. This kind of situation usually comes when there is no much content to scroll. How to handle this situation? See, we can do a simple work. The simple work is nothing but in style. This is the topic. Topic, generally how it looks. It looks with border, with padding and margin bottom. When this topic becomes target, of any link, its appearance should change. That means we have to write like this, dot topic. When it becomes target, we have to apply a class called :target. When it becomes target from whom? Target from hyperlink. When it becomes target, what should happen? When it becomes target, it should set background color as black and it should put color as white. That's it. Others should not change. That means when it becomes target, this should happen. Now you see here. Now when I initially open the page, it is like this. Now I click on HTML, then HTML will highlight. When I click on CSS, then CSS will highlight. When I click on JavaScript, then JavaScript will highlight. That's good. This is not required if it is scrolling. If it is scrolling, this is not required. It will scroll you to that particular location. But scrolling will not happen every time. Because many times on the screen, you will have content which is not scrollable. Then how do we highlight that content? How to tell the user that you clicked it, it's working. And this is the topic you clicked, how to highlight that. For that, we need to implement this technique. So when user clicks any topic, so when clicks on topic, the topic becomes target. When it becomes target, its color can change, its appearance can change. So topic is given as a class for this div. And all divs are topic only. So topic have two states. One state normal, another state target. In normal state, they will display with normal color and background. And in target state, they will change their appearance. That's what we have done in style now. So what we have to do in the style, topic normally how it should appear. Topic when target how it should appear. Not only target, actually you can also write like when topic hover. Hover means mouse pointer is over. When mouse pointer is over, then I will put here something like background color as yellow. And I will put color as some red, something like this. Now you see now, when mouse pointer is over, then its color will be changing. Hover indicates that mouse pointer is over, then its appearance should change. When mouse pointer is over, its appearance is changing. And when user is clicking, it is highlighting the topic. When mouse is over, it indicates that mouse pointer is over that particular topic. And when it highlights, then it will get highlighted with that particular topic. So we have two options here. So we can define hover and we can define target. So hover indicates how it should appear when mouse is over. Target indicates how it should appear when it becomes target of any link. So you can apply for normal previous concept also, but not required, because previous concept it was scrolling to that location, not required. But this requires, because we don't have much content to scroll, right? This is very frequently required design actually. That means, so one frequently asked question is how to target any reference. How to target any reference within the page. How to target any reference within the page with style. How to target any reference within the page with style. For that, what you have to do, this is the example. And the answer is by using target selector. By using target selector. That is called selector actually. Later you will learn detailedly in CSS about these selectors. And because the situation came related to hyperlinks, that's the reason I am explaining that point. Okay. Now syntactically like this. This example I will upload. Okay. So just for your note reference, I'm giving dot topic. So initially the topic. So here you have to write initial effects and dot topic colon target. So here you have to write effects to apply when it is a target for hyperlink. Effects to apply when it is a target for hyperlink. So these effects you can write anyway, border, colors, shading, anything you can give, right? So here, how to configure that? This is one example. So this is while working with hyperlinks. This is intra-document navigation. Intra-document navigation, one more option you saw here. Another option is how to change effects. For element on mouse over. So answer, so this is by using :hover selector. And here you can give effects, your effects. This you can give for anything, for heading, for paragraphs, or for buttons. When mouse is over, how it should appear, that you can apply. That's a common thing that you can do for your contents. For example, see, several more important questions are there. Another important question regularly asked in interviews is how to remove underline for hyperlink. This is very common because hyperlinks will have an underline by default. Hyperlinks will have underline by default. So we need to remove underline for hyperlinks. So the answer for this is by using text decoration none, by using text decoration none with style. By using text decoration none with style, that means anchor, we have to write text decoration. We have to set it to none. Then anchors will not have underline. By default, links have underline. Even you don't define U element for that, underline element for that. By default, links have underline. So links by default comes with underline. If you want to remove the underline, then you have to use text decoration as none. Text decoration none. You can see that here. See, for example, in any of these two examples, so here let me keep in our previous one. Yeah. You see here, these are the links available, and the left side, these links are by default having underline. So we don't want underline for hyperlinks. So then usually what we have to do is in the style, wherever you are configuring anchor, we have to set text decoration as none. Text decoration none, you can see that it is removed with underline. So now links will not have underline. But when mouse is over, I want underline. Such effects you see regularly in websites. Initially they don't have underline, but when I move the mouse pointer, then underline should come. Just now you have learned how to apply effects on mouse over. What we have to do? Anchor. What we have to add here? Anchor : hover. Hover. What does this means? It indicates what effect should apply when mouse pointer is over. Mouse pointer is over anchor, mouse pointer is over paragraph, mouse pointer over div, anything. On hover, what should happen? I will keep here text decoration as underline again. Previously text decoration none, we set now underline. Now see here, initially when I move the mouse, it will have underline. and only for the link where we are moving the mouse, it will have underline. On mouse over, it will display underline. On mouse out, it will remove it. So that is a very general traditional effect that we apply. So that is very important also for designing hyperlinks. Another important question is how to change colors for hyperlink. Already we know that, if you remembered, we learned about A-link, V-link attribute in body section. In body section, we learned about A-link, V-link attributes. By using that, you can change the color of visited links, you can change the color of active links. Here, you can change the color of hyperlinks in so many ways. Anchor link. So effects for normal link. This is the effects for normal link. Similarly, anchor. So here we have visited. And this is effect for visited link. Effect for visited link. And another anchor, we have active. So this is effect for active link. Effect for active link. That's how we define the links. 3 colors will be there. Ordinary color, visited color, active color. In body section, I told you that we cannot change ordinary color. But now we can change. With the style, we can change the ordinary color. By default, what color you want for the link, you can change. That's very important also. For example, you see now here, I am writing here another option. Suppose there is another topic, link, anchor, href is equal to, suppose, men's. And I say men's clothing. So like this. And you see there is no topic such name. Then it looks blue color. Now we need to change the color for the links. So we will write like this. A link. This indicates ordinary link color. Ordinary link color, what you want? I will put color as green. This is ordinary link color. You see it is green. By default, ordinary color is green. Suppose visited link color. Then I will give a visited. So visited. Visited link color, what you want? You can keep color as some gray. That means all visited colors will turn to gray. They turn to gray. Active link color, then how to define? A, that is active. Active. On active, color is red, something. Now active, when it becomes active, when I move the mouse onto it, hold down the button, click, then active. So that is the active color. So on active, it will take us to that location. Active color, visited color, and normal color that you can change for hyperlinks. These are very important because generally I just given this kind of appearance, but usually see what I am doing here. I am removing this underline and all. So wherever list item is present, so wherever list item is present in the unordered list, ordered list, I am giving here border as 2 pixel solid and black. Okay, I am giving background color some color, and I am giving color as white, and I am giving padding as some 5 pixel, and I am giving width is equal to some 200 pixels. Now you can see one more is margin bottom as 20 pixels. Now you can see all these links looks like buttons. I need to adjust the width for them. So I want width as 100 pixel only. Then it will be in this way. Now I need to change the color for links because they are not visible because of the background color. Then what we have to do? So wherever links are present, so wherever link, we have to write a link color. What we have to set? White. And font size I given as 20 pixels. I'm giving font weight as bold. This is the appearance of link inside them. And the same we have to give for visited also, because now you are designing like buttons. You should not give any color or effect for visited and others. So visited and others. That means you can simply remove this link. Then it will apply for all visited links, normal links, and for ordinary links. If you want to apply for all, just use A. Already we written there na. These effects we can copy there. If you want to separate, then you have to use 3 separate options. If you want all 3 to look same, visited link same, normal link same, active link same, then you have to just apply by using A. Then if you apply by using A, everyone will look same. Then font size I will put as, suppose that is some 16 font size. So that is fine. It looks like this. And when I click on electronics, home, footwear, it will get that and it will display. And for those links, whatever the list items are present, observe here, for list item, I am giving hover. Hover means when mouse pointer is over. Background color, I set black. And I will put color as white. And you can see that it is changing the appearance in this way. On mouse over, those appearance will change. It looks like normal buttons, but these are actually links. If you want same color for all visited links, normal links and all, then don't use all these 3 options. These options only when you want separate. If you want the same effect for all, then just use anchor. This indicates effects. This is effects for all phases. That means visited, so normal and active. For all these phases, you can apply just anchor. If you want separate, then you have to define it in a separate way. This is usually working with intra-document navigation. So while working with links, you have seen only one attribute. What is that attribute? href. And we learned only the navigation within the page, how we can handle the navigation within the page. And so many important questions. So first one is, if it is not scrollable, how to highlight it? For that we used a selector called target. When mouse is over, how to highlight it? For that we used an hover. And how to change how to remove underline. For that we have used text decoration as none. And how to change colors for visited, active and normal links. So, and how to change color for all phases. That's how we need to define the effects. This is all intra-document navigation. Now we will see how to handle inter-document navigation from one document to another. That we will see in our next session, right? Tomorrow we will discuss about that. In tomorrow's session, we will finish links and we will design one more screen. We will take an example of another website. We will design that screen and we will able to achieve that. Then based on that, I will give you one more exercise now. Right? In tomorrow's session, we will see designing of one sample screen with the help of what we have learned up to now. Okay? Tomorrow we'll continue.